Shalom, shalom. First things first, I'm going to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Karkadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Bashim Karkadash. We give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders of Great Millstone, which have diligently done the work for many years, that feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the power of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. 2021, man. We are definitely hastening the coming of Yahweh Shem Shai, and then the Lord is making things happen in the world, man. We're as it says, buckle up and enjoy the ride, because Yahweh Shem Shai is fighting for us, for His name, and fighting for us in these last days in a way that we haven't seen in a long time, by way of His words being true. You know, He placing His glory on us as His words being true, because these things were going to happen, but the Lord seemed fit to reveal His secrets unto His servants, the prophets. And that's what you see happening today. The prophecies coming to pass. We're going to jump into this. Trump is not planning on leaving cordially, okay? So things are going to take place before this man leaves. This next week is going to be a hectic week with things that are taking place on different capitals. But this guy that you see on the screen now, it's the My Pillow inventor. He just visited with Trump on yesterday. And there was something interesting that got caught. Nothing happens in media unless the elites want it to happen and want it to come out. So I'm going ahead and play this clip, and then we'll go ahead and review it and go into some precepts.
But it is. The president did meet with My Pillow.
Look at this. Look at this. Jake always got. This is the biggest "Make America Great" hat I've ever seen. Besides, you know, they got them big trucker hats, but look how the nigga woman ride with Esau, man. That's why I said, "She that is mine enemy shall see it." That should be another lesson, Lord willing, I could get into it.
Mike Lindell in the Oval Office on Friday. The Washington Post capturing this image of his notes, appearing to detail drastic actions like martial law and
see that?
An insurrection act.
Martial Law and Insurrection Act. Let's play that one more time. So how that happened, let's go here. I can show you. This is when they actually caught the picture of the actual notes.
He was seen leaving the West Wing. Jabin Botsford, photographer.
I gotta mute this. I don't want E trying to pick it up. Let me turn away from this. Alright, I don't want E picking it up. Alright, let's play it from here.
Notes which read in part, quote, martial law if necessary, and first hint that fueled the assault on Congress. Today he spent some time on his last Friday in the White House with Mike Lindell, the guy on the My Pillow commercials. He was seen leaving the West Wing. Jabin Botsford, photographer for the Washington Post, caught a shot of Lindell's notes, which read in part, quote, martial law if necessary, at first hint of any ... Then at another point it says, move Kash Patel to CIA acting.
See? So things are in play. And then if we could jump here, you got high alert on multiple capitals around for so-called possible threats. So this right here can get hijacked by any kind of so-called op that they want to run, man. It's already primed and the people are set for it.
At Rivers in Austin, Texas, the key locations, they brace for possible all around the country. State capitals on high alert as they brace for possible armed protests in the coming days. We're looking at this from all angles and have reporters and correspondents standing by in all the key locations. Let's start with CNN Matt Rivers in Austin, Texas. Matt, what are the preparations underway there?
So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna play on that. So they're bracing for armed conflict all around, man. All right, all around, and this is publicized today. So they're getting ready for things. So that's why we have to be circumspect. But the Lord is stirring up the Egyptian against the Egyptian. All these things must come to pass, man. Just like when we were in Egypt. You don't think we were witnessing the plague that was happening to the Egyptians? It was plague after plague after plague, and those plagues demoralized Egypt. Okay, it demoralized. It took the mirth out of Egypt. The frogs, the lice, the blood, all these things, that might be something I'm, go back into and read the plagues over again and just see how the Lord jacked up Egypt, man. But that's happening today because this is the Egypt in the reincarnation. That's why the inauguration, the word that inauguration goes back to the time of the god Osiris, if I'm not mistaken. But they're going to be doing a ceremony simultaneously with the inauguration of Biden. They've done it every time because the Washington Monument is an obelisk which glorifies Egypt. So all their power and all the things that they yearn after goes back to the gods of Egypt. All right. So the modern day presidents is pharaohs. So they want the spirit to jump on them. So Lord willing, I can make another lesson that goes into that and show that the wickedness of this place is back to the wickedness of Egypt. All right. It's coming back in the reincarnation. So let's get some of these precepts and we'll close on that. I just wanted to bring this breaking news because it's in the works, man. They would not have shown us that without them wanting to show, because Esau wouldn't have had that push because that was a so-called document on notes they talked about. So they talking about martial law. This is Proverbs 11 and verse 8. It says, the righteous is delivered out of trouble and the wicked cometh in his stead. So that's what you're seeing take place. Just the world looked at us, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They looked at us as the bottom of the barrel. They thought everything bad was just going to continue to happen to us. But what's happening now, the Lord is taking the pressure off of his people, namely the elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3, and then he's putting it on these other nations, namely Esau, first and foremost. If you read Psalms 83, the nations that are warring against the Most High, Esau is the first one on that list. So it's not a coincidence that he's starting to get attacked and plagued, because these plagues and attacks is to take this man out of power. Days and weeks are flying by, man. It's almost the next week, man. So let's read it again. It says the righteous is delivered out of trouble. And we're looking to be delivered out of what? Major troubles, Jacob's trouble. We're looking to the Lord to have mercy on us in that time. It says the righteous is delivered out of trouble and the wicked cometh in its stead. So let's look up that word stead. I know what it means, but we'll look it up. It doesn't have place. All right. Stead comes into the word place. Somebody takes your stead, they're taking your place. Okay. Let's look up right here. Okay, here we go. The word there for stead, it says the place or role that someone or something should have or fill. So just like what you're seeing happen now, Esau's taking our place. Germanic, stead. So place. So the wicked, is going to take, because you read Malachi, Malachi tells you who the wicked is. So the wicked is going to take the place of us in that trouble. All right. The office, place, function, or ordinary, occupied, or carried out by someone or something else. So is going to come into our stead, into our place. And then just like if you read, Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter, you see that the Lord is going to put 30 and 7, that he's going to put the curses on our enemies, and he's going to put on those that hate us. So whatever you see and what's a part of that curses is nothing going right according to plan. That means everything you do doesn't prosper. All right, verse 9. It says, "A hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the just be delivered." That's why it says in the last days, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time. It says, "When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth, and when the wicked perish, there is shouting." See, it says, when it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth, and when the wicked perish, there is shouting. What is that word shouting? See, that's why you got to look up words, because then you get a deeper understanding and you can paint a more vivid picture. The word there is Ranah.
Strong's H 7440.
Ranah. Raging, crying, entreating, supplication, proclaiming joy. So when this place goes down, there's going to be joy, man. And where's the main joy going to come from? the ones that was oppressed, man. All right, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This has been your prison ground. All right. It says, by the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. And you have T-Man right here. He's planning on not leaving quietly. He's planning on leaving with a military. What is the title of this video? It says Trump plans to leave White House with military-like feel. He wants a big to-do hurrah when he leaves that place, man. All right. So things could take place at any time. Very dramatic things. If anything happens to any of these situations, it could go into martial law instantly. And then you ain't gonna have a choice on certain things because the so-called Declaration of Independence is nullified. It's paused because then the warlike rule is in play. All right. This is Psalms 19 in verse 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and it says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. That's what you call a civil war. And everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. And what's that fail? All right, when something falls, and that means it's not strong. All right, that means it's weak. It's the spirit of Egypt is weak. The word fail is empty, lay waste, make void, be empty, emptied out, devastate. So the spirit of Egypt is devastated. Just like now, after the capital was hit, that was monumentous, man. Normal people aren't, they knew Corona and COVID, they knew Democrats and stuff was talking shit, but they've had that happen for many years and nothing like this took place. So people are nervous because we're in uncharted territory. They don't know how to tie this to another time in history because it's the first time it's taken place in a long time. So now we're going back when we're in uncharted territory. So everybody's nervous. But we're not nervous because why? The Lord told us of these things. That's why we give glory and honor unto our power, Yahweh Shem Shai, because he told us that this would happen. And everybody called us crazy. Everybody called us bug outs. Now look at it. Now look at the words of Yahweh Shem Shai coming to pass. What you got to say now? What you got to say, son? So I think I'm ended there. Lord willing, this is edifying. I just wanted to bring this news clip out and show you that, hey, times are at hand, man. These are joyous moments for us and in hard time for 2/3 of our people that didn't want to listen and that don't want to come back to the power. And these wicked and these other nations, it's time for them to be uneasy. So with that, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Karpadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Ba'ashem Karpadash. Till the next time, keep faith, keep fighting. 2021, hastening the coming of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Shalom, my king.